It's Jen and Joe with training logs of parents of 8. Dopey week training 12. Can you believe that we're already at week 12? Sometimes I think at least it's not week 4, because then I feel like we have not much more to go.
Well, as I said to you earlier today, in some ways it feels like it's coming
Really fast.
In other ways it feels like we're going nowhere.
Yep. So we're at week 12 for training, and we have 13 more weeks to go.
So we're almost at the halfway point. Was it
Yeah, we're
Wednesday?
kind of like, yeah.
Technically be the halfway point.
I guess I'm kind of like at that halfway point. But anyway, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it with your friends. So training this week, I don't know. What do you think? Some of the runs were kind of rough.
I thought it was a tougher week this week. For whatever reason,
Yeah.
physically, just tired. Like just.
Well, I know what it is. I mean, it's life with 8 kids, but school,
but
homework.
Yeah.
I mean, the homeschool kids, we get it all done.
I know
before
there's
you come
a lot
home.
going on at work, but
Yeah, and you got another new job to manage,
Yes.
so that's a lot. I had a busy week with work, a couple of days, not anything that's like earth shattering, but it just kind of like compounds on
I don't
top
know. I
of
just
each other.
felt like my legs were heavy all week. I mean, it just felt like
Yeah,
on top of everything else, it was just even with the running. So I mean, just I guess we get that.
but I don't know. We did add one new thing that might be the culprit for later in the week, but I feel like Monday's run was okay. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Or was that the one that I was gonna cry?
Doing a wonderful job of bringing up the video. So we're gonna go back to this for a second. Killing it on the tech side tonight.
Yeah, just so you all know, my hands are free. I do nothing techie here. I just show up and talk. He does all the stuff with the
Sometimes better
linking
than others.
things.
It's fighting me right now. Anyways, yeah. So Monday, we ran on Monday. I see now. What I remember from Monday is that it was a tiring run. That we both said that our legs were heavy, and I thought, is that not this week? Was that last week? Are they all blending together?
No, I believe you. My brain doesn't always work.
So yeah, this
Right,
was our run
so-
for Monday. It was just supposed to be. It was an hour-long run.
Yeah.
No
With
pickup.
yeah.
What with pickups?
Yeah, Mondays are always with pickups.
Oh, yeah, it was with pickups.
Yeah, it's with pickups. Yeah, it is. Yep. 1 hour with pickups.
So yeah.
Yep.
I've grown to have a love-hate relationship with those pickups.
So, like, in an hour, we have to do 5 pickups,
Yes.
right? Because it's either every 10 minutes or at the end of a mile. So we hit that 10-minute mark before we hit the end of the mile. Sometimes it's very close.
Yes.
So we just always set it on our watch every 10 minutes for it to go off. So the first 2 I'm okay with, but I don't know, the last 2 or 3 are always really hard for me. Like I get into a really good rhythm of running, and then I have to do those pickups, and then I just feel like I can't. I've said this before. Like I can't get back into the rhythm.
We
again.
always have that fight between how much are you supposed to pick up on the pickup.
I know.
So is it just okay if I was running at a 12-minute pace or running at 11? Am I supposed to go down to like a 10?
Yeah.
It's 30 seconds, but like how do you push it all out for 30 seconds? Or is it just okay? I'm picking up a little bit, and then
I don't know.
Yeah, and then if you pick up too much, then you're tiring yourself out more, and it's
Yeah, but I think you're supposed to push hard enough to be able
to feel some difference, and then it's hard when you're dropping back to not go back if you were going to 12 to not drop back to 13 or 14.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Monday's runs are always hard because my legs ache still from Saturday.
Tomorrow night's run or tomorrow morning's run is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
It's really a shakeout run. I think we might have come out a little fast. I don't have
I have
the thing from Monday.
that's probably my fault. But Tuesday is just our I don't know what is our training cross training. It's gone up to either between 30 and 60 minutes. So we just go and we walk our like 5K
Right.
track, whatever you want to call it, trail, whatever
So
we
we
set
set a
up
little
for
path
ourselves.
that we
Yeah.
walk out. Just and that one always I feel like between Monday and Tuesday of stretching our legs. I also
Yeah.
my hip was bothering me.
Yeah,
It started
so
on
hit this
Monday,
week. Mhm.
and believe it or not, walking on Tuesday it actually felt better after. So I think it was just something tight in there, but
Yeah.
that started to make it feel better.
Yeah, so I mean that's always sorry. That's always I thought I had that off.
That's your fault on the
I
technical side.
know. Fail. Epic fail. I don't know. I look forward to the walks because
Yes.
it's
the best part of the
feel
training.
like I can no, but I feel like I can like let my legs, I don't know.
It's funny because when we were training for Wine and Dine, when we would walk, we were always trying to walk ahead of the balloon lady. So for those of you who don't know, the
Right.
balloon ladies are people that kick you off the course if you're too slow, and it's a 16-minute pace. So we always want to
Right.
make sure we have to walk at like 15-minute pace.
Right.
Which if you're doing that you're really walking at a pretty good clip.
Right.
So those weren't as relaxing. These were probably walking. We're still walking like
Yeah, because I like
17
looked at my
to
like
16 and a half. It's not
oh
slow.
no, this week we were slower than that.
Well, our legs, as I said, our legs are just heavy this week.
Yeah, I don't
We
know
hit
why.
a point where
I think it's just the miles. I mean, if you go back and add up September, you'd actually probably be pretty
we were
shocked.
averaging, was it 30 miles a week?
I thought it was 22, but it fluctuates because
Say 25 because it's easier to do 4 times 25.
there you go. So it's
100 miles a week. 100 miles for
a
the month.
Yeah, I mean, I entered a challenge for October. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go over it, but it's 100 miles for the month. I mean,
Yeah.
we already have.
I meant to enter that. You said that to me. And
I did, but you can still join it.
I still probably can make the 100 miles.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But-
a lot.
So yeah, so the walks are nice because it lets us stretch our legs. It's
Yeah.
a lighter walk, not as much pressure.
Yeah.
And then we get to talk and just have with the 8 children.
Adult
just-
conversations.
Oh, and
Although-
Tuesday was the interesting day with the kids at school, wasn't it? Was that Tuesday or was that Wednesday?
I don't remember. It all blends together. But anyway, they
Yeah.
the kids the homeschool kids they've been plugging along with all of their stuff surprisingly well. I have to.
They're doing. They actually they got into an age this year where most of them are just you're not fighting really with them.
Yeah, I have like. I don't know. It's weird when you homeschool. I don't know how to describe it. Like everybody's always like, "Well, what grade are they in?" They do this at this level. They do this at another level. Someone does, you know, like
some of the
Michaela
classes,
does like high school level. Daniela's technically in kindergarten, but really some of the stuff that I give her like math wise is like first grade level. Like if you give her a piece of paper and it has, you know, like
they work ahead if they're able to work ahead. Their
Yeah.
minimum at whatever their grade is supposed to be.
right.
But a lot of subjects are actually ahead of where they're
And then
supposed
I have one that kind of struggles with something, so they get extra attention, which is what they need. And
Yes.
so, you know, it all works out. So I don't know. Ranging from, I don't know, 9th grade to kindergarten is what I teach.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof. I don't know. We read a lot.
Yes.
We're starting a new literature book, and that kind of, I always try and pick something that's like history-ish.
Yeah, so you can combine it with history.
Yeah, I combined a lot of things, like, I don't know,
And they do their book report. It also is kind of a history
Right.
paper and
grammar.
yes.
I mean, you can do multiple things like that. But
Anyways,
anyway.
moving on. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday we got to add something new.
Yes, we did.
So
And I was dreading this big time. So,
yeah, but it ended up actually being a lot of fun actually.
yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I just didn't like where we ran it.
Yeah, I mean that was the trick is we wanted to run it on a track, but we were unable to find tracks. I mean this was just 45 minutes of running, no pickups. I mean this is also
Good heavens, we went a lot of places for 45 minutes.
yes, because we ended up coming down. I don't remember why that.
It was
morning we
over
came
4
back.
miles. It was
Oh,
like
because
4
we were
and a
looking
half
for
miles.
somewhere to do the next part of the run.
Right, but then we see the time that we go out to run, we're out before all the school buses, but we're not out before the kids are picked up.
Well, on the elementary kids especially, they
Yeah.
start so early.
Yeah, so
I don't know why this one's
we always
blurry.
are trying to dodge kids at a corner getting picked up for the bus and then not trying to get in their, you know, their space and everything. So
So we did our 45-minute run. You can
Yeah.
see if you're looking at that, it was another around 11-minute pace.
Yeah.
4 miles. that
was
seems to be
several-
where we've kind of settled.
11. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We've kind of settled in at those for that pace for these runs,
Right.
which is nice. I mean, it's faster than we were a month ago. I mean, yeah, we'd all like to be faster, but it was that. And I don't remember my legs feeling that heavy for this one.
No.
Was this Monday was one too? Like my left leg. Remember, I kept kicking my toes. Like I was having issues lifting up my.
But you were dragging your foot.
Monday was a weird.
It was bad. It was just.
Anyway,
it's one of those ones we just leave in the past.
So these strides, we
Yeah.
were dreading,
So we were both dreading them.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were going to get, what we were going to run into. So after we finished the 45,
we
then
walked for a little bit to kind of
just a little
chill
break,
for a minute.
and then the strides are you run basically for 6 minutes in a row to do 6 strides. But so let's talk again. So for the first 30 seconds or 20 seconds?
So for the first I think we did it the first 10 seconds.
Was it only 10 seconds?
We started running for 10 seconds,
running.
and then from 10 seconds to 30 seconds.
You basically ramped up to a sprint.
Basically, and then after the 30, for the next 30, you slowed down.
Threw back down to like
what would
you
be
could
your
actually you could actually go back to a walk.
You
but we
could,
stayed at a jog.
But we stayed at a jog.
And then once you hit the next minute, so at 2 minutes, you ramp back up, hit 30 seconds, and you came back down.
So think of it like a roller coaster, how your heart rate should be, I guess, basically.
Yeah.
Like.
But they went really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we were so nervous about them.
I think we were more. It was the same. What you said was finding a place to run them.
I mean, we ended up running them through Old Town.
Yeah,
but that
which was
that's
tricky.
why I didn't like it, because
You're
you never
sprinting
knew
around things
a
in corners.
blind corner, and I don't know.
Yeah, and
I didn't like where we ran it. I liked the running of them. It felt good to sprint for 20 seconds.
Yeah, just to really stretch out your legs. Actually,
really felt like I could stretch.
Yeah, and it felt good just kind of let your legs loose.
And I'm not a sprinter by any means.
No, but it definitely. No. So that was fun. We did that Wednesday morning. We got that done.
It wasn't bad.
I think that was the day of the activity at school.
Probably, but who cares?
Unfortunately.
Thursday.
This is another walk.
Yeah. That's our cross training day, right?
Yeah, choose your own adventure. Last week we did a run because of the way the week worked out with rain and different things.
Oh, that's right. We haven't done the normal traditional thing. We've had to mix it up because of stuff. Yeah.
And we've tried doing bikes and stuff, and as the weather gets a little colder, that's one of the things we didn't mention this week is fall's here. Yeah. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, getting out to run early. It was 48 degrees walking out the door.
Yeah, I mean, we went from 90-something degrees down to what felt like 40 and 50s really quick.
Yes.
Really quick. But it's nicer to run.
It is. 48, it's a little cold to get started.
Yeah.
And then it's that trick, and this, I don't know what other people do when they're running, but this is the problem I always have is, okay, I need something to keep me warm while I'm warming up to get started. But once you're running, I'm too hot. So then it's like, do I wear long sleeves or don't I? Do I wear a jacket? And if we're wearing a running backpack, since it's only a 45-minute run, there's no real time to take it off.
Yeah.
So then do I just stay cold for the first, 5 minutes, and then the kids, two of our daughters are running, and they got up, I think it was Friday morning. They got up to go for a run. They're like, okay, it's cold, we'll be okay, we'll warm up in a minute. They got around the block. He said, no. Came back in, grabbed the leggings, got sweatshirts, went back out.
Yeah. They were like, no, we were not warming up. So we came back. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I tend to wear a lightweight jacket that's breathable, like
a running jacket. I mean, they're like runner
stuff.
jackets.
Yeah.
I have a softball coaching jacket that I put on that I can pull the sleeves up, which works well. I have one of those other jackets too. I just hadn't put it on this week.
Right. Yeah.
And then you wear full length when it's colder.
Compression leggings, yeah.
And then I've been wearing a lot of times. I wear the calf compression sleeves
with your shorts,
shorts.
But now you say your legs, your
my kneecaps are cold.
Yeah.
But no, that's what we've been trying to deal with.
Yeah.
With the weather. So then Friday we got back to running, back to our favorite thing, the pickups.
Yeah, back to pickups.
So this is a 45-minute run, so it was only 4 pickups.
Right, yeah. So
I remember this one wasn't too bad.
Those feel like they go fast.
45.
Well, I mean, it's 45 minutes, so it's like a mile less than what we usually do.
Funny thing I noticed on this run is that similar to even when we're running the long ones,
Yeah.
the last 5 to 10 minutes of these runs, I'm still acting like, okay, where's the end? Okay, I'm almost there. I'm like, I did the
Sometimes
same.
I feel like, oh my gosh, how much more time? I've been running for an hour. It's been like 5 minutes.
and we're going to do a half marathon the next day, but for some reason, it's so funny how the 45-minute run, you still can have some of the same thoughts as you have on this. I mean, so it was 45 minutes. We got our 4 miles in. Pretty good pace here, 10:47.
Yeah.
I don't know why this one's blurry again. But this is, I think, yours with your heart rate, which is somewhere
that's my heart rate.
166. You're a little high on that one, probably with the pickups.
Yeah.
We ran a fairly flat course.
Compared to some days where it seems
Yeah.
like the elevations are really high. I don't know about you, but Saturday's run I was dreading all week. I don't know if dreading is the right word.
It's funny
I
because
really
we
don't know.
ran last week.
I feel like it's I don't know.
So last week we ran
2:45.
2:45. So this Saturday,
And we
we
ran
had-
14 miles.
Right.
2:45. Maybe it's because that was the second time through the 2:45. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but I don't
we did
remember the
2,
first time
2:20,
through.
2:45, and then we repeated that cycle
But the
again.
first time through the 2:45, did you dread it as much?
The second time?
No,
No,
the
the
first-
first time, absolutely.
So the first time I don't remember dreading it quite as much because we'd done 2:15 and it was going to be a half marathon, and because the first time in the 2:15 we didn't get to the half marathon, we ended up only being like 11 miles. So I remember thinking, okay, well we're going to get our 13 in this week, and we'll get to the half marathon. We'll have hit that mark, that goal. So I was
Yeah.
excited about that. So we'd done that, and this was now taking it another half hour, and you were going over 3 hours. There was something about hitting 3 hours that was like this number that was just in my head. And
Yeah, I mean,
it's only 15 minutes more too, and it was just, and it ended up being a total 30 minutes more.
right, because it was 3:15.
There's between 2:45 and 3:15. 30
It's
minutes.
not that big of a deal. It's all mental, straight
It's
up.
total
It is
mental.
all mental, because you have the base. You have the base on your legs already. Like you have that all built up. But
and
it's completely mind over matter. And you know, like when we start off, we'll start off. He'll listen to a podcast. I was listening to a book which I finished, so I need to delete that off my watch and re-upload the next one.
can't get the whole thing. Unfortunately, her book was supposed to be uploaded last week, and it stopped at like the chapter 14. And so you had halfway through that long run, and you didn't have.
I didn't have anything left because I had started with a podcast that I was listening to.
Yeah.
And then went to the book. But when the book it stopped, I guess during the download something got mixed up or whatever. But whatever. So I finished it on Saturday. I had been listening to it for only not long, like 2 weeks.
Well, when we run for 3 hours,
Right.
stretch, it doesn't take long.
Right. So I finished it, and then I don't know. I have a hard time. I'm always afraid I'm going to fall. Like that's like when I'm running, and I almost did. So I have a hard time fidgeting with my watch, and then my surrounding. I don't know. I'm weird.
Well, and it's funny because like we both made this comment now. When we run like the 45 or even the hour, if there's something funky with your shoe, or if you need something a little tight, or something's not quite right,
feel right,
I'm just gonna finish the run. It's
right.
just, and
I'm just gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Just burn it out, right?
But so we have realized on the longer runs, and this came into play on Saturday, is okay. I'm going to be running for too long. If something's not quite right,
I gotta fix it.
Yeah, because it's not worth it. I'm going to be out here for so long. I'm not making time. I'm not.
Right. I mean, at this point, it's time. It doesn't matter distance wise. It matters that we get the time down. So
then
we did it, and we walked very little.
Well, one of the other things too, like for me, for an issue on going out on Saturday, is it was 48 when we left the house.
Yeah.
But I knew being out that long it was going to be hot, and that was part of the thing. Was okay if I put on the jacket, I've got the water pack and all that stuff. But since we were running that long, and one of the things we decided to do, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
I totally didn't even realize, like looking at that map, how far we ran through town. Like, holy cow!
Oh yeah, we went towards. I mean, if you for.
We went to the side that I hate.
Yes.
We actually went over that path.
Yeah, I mean, so like if you look at, for those of you who aren't familiar, we came. This is like the edge of town right here, going this direction. Now we were just getting.
I don't know if
This
they can
is-
see your cursor.
Oh, you can't see my cursor. I can't. But
So if you're up at the top
here you go.
there.
So this is the edge of the town going the one direction. This is the edge of it over here. Now going this way, we have a lot farther to go across town. But I mean, we went through. Yeah, I mean, we ran 17 miles. So we covered quite a bit of distance.
Did we run 17
We ran 17 miles.
or 16?
16. She's right, 16.
I was going to say 17.
I was hoping at one point I thought
That
we
was
might
the
go
goal. Was 17, but we were
and
1
the
mile
run,
short.
well, and the way the run was going, we weren't going to get to it. Just
No, but looking back on it, when we hit the half marathon distance, we were 4 minutes over
what we did the week before,
So
which
as
was our
terrible
fastest.
as
Yeah,
we kept saying, this run is just terrible. This
honestly,
run, I feel like this is just crap, whatever. But it was
I thought this pace would be more like a 13 and a half. The
when
way,
we stopped.
yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that it's 12 is mind blowing to me.
Fine by me.
Because it was a funny run, and my legs, both our legs, at some point, we were probably 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and I finally looked at you and you go, is this as hard as it is for me as it is for you? And it was horrible. I felt like I was carrying, my legs were just heavy. It was slow, sluggish.
I felt like I had like you can train with like ankle weights.
Yes.
That's what I felt like I had on my legs. Like I couldn't move.
We just couldn't seem to get loose from Friday night. So
I guess that's
our
what
warm
it
up
was, our
needs to be
Friday
better,
morning.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
And
That's
then
what
I mean, it was
get up
just stupid
for.
things were causing us issues. The cap on the throwaway on the disposable water bottle
It
I
was
had
leaking.
was
So was
leaking.
mine.
And so as you're running, because what we do is you have the water pack, and then we start with the new caffeinated sport in the water bottle. We drink that and we throw it out. We go back up garbage cans early,
Right.
and it was leaking. So you're running, and it's just getting in your hands. And first of it's 48 degrees outside, so any water is cold.
But that stuff's sticky.
It was just enough to be
I
annoying.
hate sticky.
And so the first stop was like 10 minutes into. Chug the water, throw out the bottles, and then try to
Yeah,
clean your
because that's
hands
the
up.
sport one with caffeine that we.
Yeah, to try to
drink
get
first,
that
right?
shot of
First.
energy when you're going.
So we just so you know, like
This
what
one
we
we got a lot of elevation.
what we ate prior to going out. Usually, what we've done when it's been a 2 hour and whatever minute run, we've
Yeah.
split a banana and we each have had one of those honey stinger wafers.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we knew going into this that we were going to need a little bit more. So we each had a banana and then we each had a wafer.
And I could have probably done like a
You
half a
probably
bagel
should have
or
done half
something.
a bagel with
some
peanut
peanut
butter
butter.
on it.
I was
I
starving.
can't do peanut butter.
I know you can't, but I was.
It makes me burp the whole time. It's awful.
And then we did every 45 minutes we did a goo,
Yeah. And
and that was crazy.
holy cow. I didn't even have to look at a watch to know I needed another one.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you'd say like you look at me and say, "What time is it?" And I'd look you the time. You go, "Yeah, I figured it was time," and
It was like clockwork.
then it was probably about 2 to 3 minutes, and then it felt like you.
It
We're
was like I
on-
had like afterburners.
Yeah, I mean,
It
so
was amazing.
and one of the things that we did on this one because we knew because we've talked about in the past like over the 3 hour mark going into the full marathon, we can't run the whole thing.
Well, don't say can't because we probably could. It's a mental thing.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
it's
doing
not-
4 days in a row.
Yes, it's the culmination
If
of
we were just doing a marathon,
yes.
but the idea of running 48.6 miles in 4 days without a break. Plus, anyways, even when we were out down there, I don't know if we talked about it on this. When you go through the water stops, there's people stopping. There's
Right.
water spilled everywhere. You don't want to fall and hurt yourself.
Right. So you tend to like walk through those, and I mean,
Yeah.
you can run through them. We've run through them.
But it's easier to stop, grab your water, make sure you're hydrated,
Right.
and keep moving. And then in the one podcast I was listening to, they were talking about water stations. And so at Disney, they tend to be they said every mile and a quarter.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't realize they were that close.
Remember, because I finally had figured out the pattern. It's like a character, and then
A band
a
or
or
a screen.
projection screen, and then a water station, and then a mile marker.
Yeah,
And if there wasn't a water station, that would be at the next one.
right.
So there was like
2 to
every
3 things
yeah,
in
like
between
every
the miles.
quarter of a mile in between the mile markers, there was something to look at or listen to, or
Yeah,
a DJ or a band or something.
yeah, to keep the energy up on the
Yeah, I
course,
mean,
which
because
is which would really be appreciated. So like, if anyone's not doing anything at like 7, 8, 9 in the morning and you're hanging
Around
out in
town.
Manassas and you just want to, we run fairly similar patterns, you
You'll
come
find
by,
us.
your cowbell shaking as we run by.
Someone there's always somebody that's like riding, driving in a car that I feel like they probably know us, but they're not quite sure. Is that really them? Like,
Well, you said hi to somebody on Saturday.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
And you said, "Hey, Brian, how's it going?"
That's right.
And I saw him turn and he's looking. He's like, "Huh? I think I know them, but
Yeah.
it's out of context. Somebody running by you on the street. You're taking your child.
Yeah,
out
and
of
my hair's always like up in like a really tight bun, and I usually wear like
the sweatband type thing.
Just to keep sweat from rolling into my eyes. I have sunglasses on, and I have the water pack on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if anybody would really know that
Yeah, no,
or believe that it's me.
We had to dodge somebody else that we know that almost ran us over towards the end of the race.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got it done. When we stopped to do each goo,
We would walk. Put down the goo,
Yeah.
suck down the water to help wash it down and activate it.
Yeah, I mean,
and then to like check everything. So one of those stops is when I pulled off the jacket.
Yeah,
and it fit
stuffed
in the
it
back,
into
which
your
was
back
nice.
of your water pack, so that was good.
Yeah.
I remember at about 2:30, saying to you, "My quads are on fire."
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's never happened before. Now they'll ache like afterwards, just from the muscle use, but I've never had that
I don't know
during.
if it's the fact that we had a 238-foot elevation gain, which for us is a lot of elevation.
It was a run. I'm glad, like mentally, it was a good thing that, of course, with all the training,
Yes.
that you get it done and over with. But
Well, and it was close to that. Like I always talk about magic numbers, somewhere like 18 to 20. So we were at 16. We were close to that number.
I wanted to cry at the end of this run for two reasons. One, that I had actually gotten myself to 16 miles, because that's the longest that I'd ever run. I never would imagine that I could do this. And two, the thought that I had 10 more miles.
That didn't occur to me until this morning at church, which I should have been more focused on church, but suddenly go, oh, there's 26 miles in a marathon and we only did 16.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like 2.5 more hours at that pace. I was actually starting to do math going, okay, if it's 12 miles, 10 minutes, well, that's 2 hours.
2 hours more.
But if we're walking, and it's going to be more like 2:30. This is what I was doing in church today. Probably not the most focused.
Yeah, no, not at all. But so, I mean, I'm happy with the way it came out. I know we walked a little bit more than we wanted to.
It was
but
a weird start, but then we got into good rhythms for long stretches.
And we usually start off, like I said, I usually start listening to a book and you start listening to your podcast. But then somewhere around mile 3, we start talking.
Yes.
And then
I don't know if we just both wake up and we've been awake long enough that we're willing
to speak. And then we talk for a good couple of miles.
Yes.
Just about whatever. So our running pace, we're able to talk through.
Yeah, because in that whole time I was listening to a podcast that was an hour long, the first one.
Right.
And I finally finished that and started the second one and maybe got 20 minutes into that.
Right.
So.
And I had, for a while, I had my book going, but then it finished. And then I didn't. I should have, when we stopped for one of the goos, put on a podcast. But so I'm happy to report that my watch made it 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yes, I didn't even check how much power I had left. I forgot.
I had 16% left when we got home. So we had to walk
not too
half
far.
A mile?
Yeah, maybe that. It wasn't too bad. I was worried at one point in time we were kind of wandering away. It was like we actually joked about calling one of the kids to come get us and just say, here's our location.
Right.
We're walking to somewhere to get food.
And then we realized we really couldn't do that because that fall festival and then having to navigate them through Old Town that way and, with all the road closures and stuff. So,
yeah.
But we made it back. We walked.
We're alive.
Yeah. So.
And then Saturday night.
We crashed.
Yeah.
We crashed so
I've never.
I had
at least
literally.
like 10, I think I got 10 hours of sleep.
Did you?
It was like 9 to 10. I mean, it was. Went to bed. Was it like 9:30?
I think it was closer to 10:30. But
Yeah.
no, I know it was because I said to the little girls, "You all need to go to bed. It's at 10 o'clock."
Yeah, well, okay, we'll cut the difference at 10. And I got up this morning at 8:30.
I literally woke up and I didn't know what day it was. That's how long I felt like I slept.
I don't know what, last night, I was so tired.
Yeah.
So anyone who's trying to get a hold of us to say anything the Monday after we finish this whole idiotic thing,
We're sleeping.
yeah. Thank God we're not flying out that night. They wouldn't be able to wake me up on the airplane to get me
No.
off.
I know.
There's no way I could drive. I mean,
It's going to be a lot. Yeah. It's
The-
it's going to be what will be the most
challenging.
is going to be the wake ups.
4 days in a row at 3 in the morning.
No, I think
2 in the
I
morning.
think the buses start at 3. I think we have to.
I think
get
you're right.
2.
The buses do start at 3, so we're gonna have to get like 2. If you're gonna get like 6 hours of sleep, even that's midnight. It's 10. It's 8.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to go to bed at 6.
Well, on Saturday night, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Oh God,
We were
no.
joking
We'll be
today.
out.
We have to stay awake on Saturday.
For real. So this week,
Oh,
I know you're not going to like it.
yeah.
I don't think it's this week. I think it's the following week. So hold on. Let me look. This week coming up, we have Monday, October 4th, which is the same, an hour with pickups. Then we have Tuesday, which is our cross training day, 30 to 60 minutes. Or it says, or we can rest. So if our legs feel heavy and we don't, or
We're not
life gets in the
feeling-
way, we can take a rest
As long
day.
as there's no lockdowns at the school this week.
And then Wednesday, we have a free run. So it's 45 minutes and we can run it however we want. If we need to go slow, we can go slow. If we want to go kick it up a little bit, we can. And then we have the strides again.
We just need to find a better spot to do those.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that. Well, I don't like where we did it before.
No, we need to
I
find.
think the straightaway from the house to that walking path in front of the other school down there, just straight down the street.
I don't know. We'll figure something. We have to figure something out.
Anyway, Thursday is a 30-minute choose your own adventure, but Friday we run an hour, not 45 minutes. So it's an extra 15 on our legs, which okay, whatever. But it's with pickups, so
I love pickups.
so it's 2 days with pickups, 1 day with strides during the week.
Yay.
And then the Saturday is another challenge. Saturday we're supposed to run 220, and we have that 5K.
Charity 5K.
Yeah.
So we have to get our run in. The race, the 5K is at 9 a.m.
Yeah, but the 5K we can like walk it.
Right.
Like that'll maybe stretch
But
our
we were
legs out.
joking about actually running over to the 5K.
Yeah, well we could do that, and then the girls can just meet us over there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that'll work. We're gonna be starving.
Yes. Maybe they can bring us a snack.
That is going to be something. But so you did not look at your watch to see how much was left because you were listening to podcasts the whole time.
Not the whole time, but no. Yeah, but
Well, true, not the whole time. My headset almost died. No, that was Friday. Friday.
because
my
we
head-
charged them.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
supposed
why
to
I
be good
charged.
for like at least 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, so we use I didn't bring it up, but we use the aftershock headsets. So they go around like this part of your ear here, and they sit right out here, so you can hear everything that's going on around you. Bring up they're bone conducting, so it just like the sound vibrates, but your ears are able to hear everything that's around you. So you can hear traffic, you can hear people, like someone's coming up from behind you. This is the style you have.
I have the open move.
You have the open move.
Yeah, I would like to get like the Aeroflex.
Do they make my version anymore?
No, the
No, mine's
the
old,
titanium.
right?
Yeah. But so you can see they're very small. They're fairly light, but they just sit, and you can see on here, or they sit right on whatever this bone is right here.
Yeah.
And it loops up over your ear, and it just sits there. And since it vibrates in, you hear everything. It's actually fairly good sound quality, and you
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never had a problem.
No.
I've listened to music. I've listened to books. I've listened to podcasts.
Yeah.
It's great because, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way my ears are shaped. My any other like headphones that go in my ear.
this one's actually water resistant. You can actually
Oh,
wear
you
this
can
one.
wear it in the pool. I did not know that. I get so much sweat that like builds up, like my ears ache.
Yeah, you get a lot of ear infections from it.
Yeah.
And this, I just didn't like having anything like in my ear the whole time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it just bugged me and anything over my ear.
Right.
And then these don't fall out; they stay there.
Yeah.
I can have it playing if it's not too loud and still hear what you're saying.
Yeah, sometimes I just have to turn my volume down
Yeah.
when we're talking, and I can have it playing. I can have it playing, but it sometimes it gets to be too much for me.
Yeah,
Not-
sometimes it's hard to hear the conversation. Like, if it was just music, but like if you're listening to a book or to a podcast, somebody's saying something in one, like, and
Yeah.
then somebody's saying it's two conversations going on.
Yeah, it just gets to be
Music,
like,
on the other hand, you can just kind of block
Right.
out a little easier.
exactly. So yeah,
Plus, then if you're listening to podcasts, they may be saying something you want to hear. So that is an issue.
so yeah,
That's
that and the battery life on the aftershocks are pretty decent, I would say.
yes.
Right, like-
There's 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, so it goes all Monday, all Wednesday, and then I use mine for work too, like if I have to make a phone call or whatever.
And I've used them for work too.
Yeah, so
We used to have the same style, but mine actually snapped.
yeah,
And I was still within the 2-year warranty period, so I sent it back, and they sent me the equivalent. It's just they don't sell that style anymore, which is annoying because I like the way it fit on my ear better.
yeah,
I'm getting more used to this one, but the other one I just thought fit better. And they've actually, as a company for their warranty
yeah. Because
and everything.
remember, like the whole thing, like didn't in the very beginning, I had to send mine.
At the very beginning, you had gotten this. You didn't like the size you got. There's two sizes, large and small. And when we tried to measure, you're like on that borderline. So we went with the bigger ones because you can return it free. And they say, yeah, okay, no problem. We sent it back. Something happened. It never showed up.
They were redoing.
Well, we found that out
their-
later. Yeah.
Right?
So it never showed up. I called them back. Oh, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. We'll get that taken care of right away. So it shows back up. It's the wrong color and the wrong size. Hey, this isn't right. Hey, what's going on? Oh, sorry. Yeah. And they'd updated their system. They'd gone from one program to another. Something
Right.
got goofy in there.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, since this is a second pair, you get to keep that one that's on us. We screwed up.
Right.
And then they sent out the one that you have now, which is the smaller,
I thought they did that twice though. Like,
the smaller red pair.
yeah.
Which was originally supposed to be blue, but they didn't have blue anymore in the smaller one, I think.
Oh, okay.
So you end up with the red, and those work great. And then like a week or two later, the original replacement pair showed up in the mail. And I'm like, hey, I've got 4 pairs and I only needed 2. Hey, that's on us. We messed up. Thank you for being honest. You guys can have those.
Yeah, so we just pixie dusted
Yeah,
someone,
yes.
which was nice.
And he has similar, it's your brother who has
Yeah.
similar ear issues as you,
Mhm.
and he runs a lot. And so
Yeah.
he has them all every day at work.
I'm sure he does.
Sits
I mean,
there.
it's easy.
Yeah,
It's so
no.
much easier to answer phone calls and stuff when you just start.
Well, and
You
then he
just tap
listens to music. He used to be out on the field, and now they moved him into the office, so
Right.
we can actually close his door and we wouldn't hear the music really. But
Right.
he's used to being in an open trailer with a bunch of other guys, and so it actually works out well.
Yeah. So,
But I think that
yeah, pretty much that's
hopefully it's a little calmer week this week with school. I know we got a bunch of projects.
projects.
Hopefully we don't have any marshals arresting anybody next to the school.
Yeah.
That was fun. They arrested somebody at the business next to our kid's school and didn't warn even the local police.
Yeah, that was kind of scary for a couple minutes there.
Yeah.
The school handled it well.
Yeah,
Everybody was locked in and safe. It was just weird how
nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And it got real ugly there for just a minute, and then they were able to calm it down. And
Yeah, I mean,
the poor local police are getting yelled at by the people. Like, we have no idea what's going on. We're give us a minute so we can find out what's going on, and we'll come back and talk to you.
Yeah.
Because it was.
It's just a hard situation, no matter how you
Yeah.
look at it.
We're coming
So
towards the end of the quarter.
yeah, so projects.
Everyone knows how fun that part is.
End of the quarter is no fun. So projects will be good. She's actually really pretty good though. This weekend she was working ahead
Yes.
on like
She's a lot better than I.
three different things.
She's
so
much better than I was.
yeah, and then what's our countdown?
We have
another
16
I
days.
keep hitting the wrong one.
Ooh,
16
I got it
days.
right. I did the math right.
16 days we'll be back at Walt Disney World.
So maybe we'll do one of these from the poolside
Sure.
before we go to the party.
Ooh.
So that won't have to be a little earlier.
Yeah.
And then look for some live streams and stuff.
Speaking of the party, you have to get your costume.
They chose to do the characters from a show, from a movie, and everyone's got nice, lovely costumes.
I don't know if the girls has come in yet.
Hey, you know what?
You know what?
They picked it. They're on their own.
I got the boys and myself ready.
And everyone's got simple. You've got a dress you can wear, look nice.
Oh no, mine's like a full costume. Like I bought it as a costume. It's not like I
But it's not.
Something.
But you're basically wearing like a dress.
Yes.
And a little hattish thingy. We'll call it that. And
sure.
Joey and Nick have a shirt and a hat that goes with their outfit.
I still have to get something for Nick.
The problem is to do the character they've assigned me. I need a big jacket, a hat, a sword, a hook.
You can't have those though.
I think I can get the hook.
I don't think you can.
It's not a weapon. A plastic one?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's still the jacket.
I'm pretty sure if you look at that.
Anyways, it's somehow I've ended up with a costume that's going to require me to be in 8 layers on a hot Sunday night.
I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something that so it's not for you. But anyway, so not next week. It's the week after that our trainings will be.
We're going to have to alter them for the trip.
Yeah, but it will be
We'll be on our feet.
We'll still be on. Well, we'll be on our feet. It may only be like a mile run in the morning, but we'll get up, we'll do something, and then we're going to be on our feet all day.
We're also going to watch for pop-up live streams of us. We'll try to do some stuff in the party. We'll do some stuff from
the parks.
We're going to get in there. We'll get the extra hours at Magic Kingdom the one night.
Oh, yes.
We'll have the early hours. Look for some stuff, some more stuff actually in the park, which would be more fun than listening to just the two of us talk.
Yeah, so that would be good. And so we will see you guys next week. Have a good week. Keep going and be magical, and we'll see you real soon.